What's going on, y'all? About to send this link out, then we're going to start it in a second. All right, let's go ahead and get into it. What's going on, y'all? So there's a few setups I'm looking at right now. I don't like that. Yeah, I might just wait till price breaks this level. All right, London session just started. So there's a few pairs I'm looking at. I'm looking at GA. What else am I looking at? So I'm looking at GA. I'm looking at GJ. GJ already kind of started this move, like last candlestick. So we're gonna see what's going. We're gonna get a little retest here. But I'm looking at GJ sells. Looking at possible GA sells. What else am I looking at? I done wrote the stuff down. Give me a second, y'all. Then I'm watching the Canadian pairs. And that's really it. So I want to wait for a retracement because this thing started its move like a couple candlesticks ago. So I want to see if a retracement will happen or a retest because that's a pretty good entry right there. Nothing else is at a really good entry right now. So we're just going to be watching gold. I'm going to put that on my other screen. We're going to be watching gold on the indexes. Then we're going to be looking for possible GA sells and possible GJ sells. But like I said, GJ already started this move. So we're going to wait for a retracement. It'll still be a decent risk to reward if we enter here, but of course the ideal entry would have been like about right here. All right. Last I checked, there isn't really any news today. Let me see. All right, so we got some at 10 o'clock. So we got ISM services, but that's literally it. Well, we have other ISM services, but major news-wise, that's the only thing. So gold is at this level right here. So on this daily level. So this is the last resistance level. If it breaks above this level, I'm going to be looking for buys. It could possibly drop back down at one of these two levels, but it's been rising up slowly all week. So, and then looking at the daily level, there's a strong resistance level. So if it breaks this level, there is a chance we could look for sales here, but I'd probably look for buys to upside. It could try to drop back down though. So if it pushes back down after hitting this level here and breaks back below this level of the daily zone, then I'll possibly look for sales again. But if it breaks above this level, I'm gonna look for buys. So that's what we're just watching right now to see if it's going to break this level. So far, it's trading as a resistance still, but as you can see, it has been slowly climbing up, and that was extremely choppy yesterday. So we're just going to keep an eye on those. The US30s are tracing back up. Yeah, GJ is tanking. Yeah, so we barely missed that entry, but it happens. So we might jump into this instead because I like this entry as well. Did a nice retest. Been dropping slowly. Panicking lows. Yeah, I like this level. It's a decent stop loss. We could try to make it a little tighter. Give me 1 second. 7,780. So it's about a 50 pip stop loss. Nothing too crazy. Let me go ahead and post this disclaimer out. If this is your first time on the stream, make sure you click that first link in the description and join the free Telegram. We're going to go over how we did yesterday in a moment. SL for this 7780. Yeah, I like GA. So I'm going to enter GA. Of course, if you don't like what I see, you don't have to enter. But I do like how this is looking right here. I just posted the TPs in the channel. All right, so we're going to let this run. So gold, looking at gold still. Gold's still treating this as a resistance, but we're still going to wait to see how this 15 closes before we decide to mess with that. We see US30 doing a similar movement reaction to a resistance level as gold. Like I said, GJ, we want to wait for retracement. Price is either going to retrace or we're just going to wait for the next entry point, like always. So I'm not tripping too much about that. Let's take a look here. Oil's still slowly pushing up. It's kind of stuck in this level of traffic, but it's still ranging. I wouldn't be surprised if it tries to hit these other TPs later today, but it really just depends on how the news reacts. I mean, the news affects the markets, even though they already know what they want to do with the markets. But, you know, of course, we're not going to know for sure until, all right, we just hit TP1, y'all. Of course, we're not going to know for sure until, you know, the news comes out, but that should be nice and blue right now. We got a new 5 minute started in about a minute and about a minute and 5 seconds. We got a nice little candlestick here. Yeah, it would have been nice to enter GJ. I mean, we could have entered on this candlestick, but as y'all know, like, I'm really picky with my entries. If I miss my entry, I'll just wait. I'll just leave it alone. Yeah, but gold's rejecting this level nicely. So we're just going to wait on that and let it do its thing. There was a few other pairs I was looking at. What were the other pairs I was looking at? Oh, yeah, I was looking at GBPJPY maybe and Euro cap. Let me catch up to these comments. How long I've been trading for? Risby the creator. I've been trading for that's a good question. Probably about 4 years now. Like strictly this, like Forex, like MT4, MT5 type stuff, it's been about like maybe like 2.5 years. Because before I discovered this, because this used to be like a secret gatekeep before like the past couple years when like all these channels and it became a little bit more open. So like before this stuff, I was always doing like I was investing in like stocks and stuff, and then I did like high frequency forex, like that pocket option crap. But then when I discovered this regular traditional stuff, it's been about probably like 2.5 years. I'll say that, but I didn't really get consistently profitable until like last year, like the last like 8 months, almost a year now. So it was just recent that I started getting consistent and profitable. What's going on, David? Late nap, been up all night. Yeah, I've been up all night too. Another choppy Asian session. There might have been a couple moves, excuse me, that went down that I might have missed. But I was looking on the charts too. I didn't really see anything I liked. But then again, GJ just started to move a little bit beforehand. Like, so I might start switching up. I might start I don't know. I might stay up a little bit later. So I like to around midnight because I know there's some things be happening around midnight too. So I might adjust my sleep schedule a little bit next week, but we'll see because there's a new month. February is kind of slow. I want to see if this month things will kind of pick back up, like how it was in December and January. Yeah, exactly, Cursor. That's what I'm thinking too. Like we had a slow week last week because of the holidays. Then this was like the transfer into the new month. New month just started last month of the quarter. What's going on, Sparky? KLT Forex sucks. The broker Eagle FX is way better. Yeah, I used to use KLT as well. I like Eagle FX as well. Yeah, like, I know some people got something to say about, but people got stuff to say about every broker. But I have not had any issues with Eagle FX as of now. I've been using that for like at least a good year now, almost 2 years maybe. Link in bio, by the way. I mean, not link in bio, link in description for the broker I use. But yeah, I don't really have no issues with that. I get my deposits and withdrawals pretty quick. Like the quickest I've gotten a withdrawal was like 30 minutes, and the longest was like maybe like 4 to 6 hours. Same thing with deposits. Like they'll hit within like 30 minutes, the soonest, the latest, like maybe like 2 to 4 hours, 6 on the extreme, but it's always like same day. Never really had any issues there. Yeah, so we're just gonna be waiting for this next candlestick, and then we're gonna go from there. Just look at some other pairs. Your AED. This was the one pair that I did miss. I think this move started. Let's see. Because I did have this marked up. I completely missed this move. So we're at 3, 2, 1, 12, 11, 10. Yes, I just brain farted and missed this move. So it's kind of like yesterday. Like literally only like one move was. There was only like one good move during the Asian session, and I missed it. And I think this was the only one good move during the Asian session, and I missed it. But hey, it happens. We're in this we're in GA though. So we're gonna see if it'll continue to do its thing. Yeah, I'll be a decent stop loss. EuroCAD, we can see possible sells on EuroCAD and GBPCAD. Was bullish, but then when it hit the strong resistance level, which we can see right here, that caused price to reject and reverse. And now we're back at this another support resistance level. And now we're going to take a deeper look and see how it's reacting to this level here. But if it breaks below this level, we could possibly look for a sell setup. It'd be more ideal to wait for retracement and look for a sell here. We could possibly see that, but if it breaks this level here, we could possibly look for a sell there as well. Strictly just going off of support and resistance. So let's get rid of this. Let's get rid of that. Let's go ahead and mark that off. Yeah, I've heard about those. Not the first one. I heard of Hugo's though. Payouts better. Never had problems with them. Yeah, I've heard good things about Hugo's as well. There's a handful of brokers that a majority of traders use, especially like traders that have like huge accounts, personal accounts. I heard good things about that one too. Do I use Coinbase? I haven't used it in a minute. But I used to use Coinbase heavily when I used to like invest in like the crypto space heavily. And you can still use it for deposit and withdrawals, but I just keep it simple and I just use me personally, I'm in America. So, you know, every country is different, but Coinbase is a good one. Kraken is another good one you can use. Binance is another good one. But I use Cash App because I don't know, it's just simple to me because I already have a Cash App card. You know, I use like the deals and discounts they have on the Cash App card. And then, you know, I spend money on there sometimes. So kind of just makes sense. Just get transferred to there. Boom, straight in my bank account like that. And then plus you can invest in Bitcoin and stuff on Cash App. So all you got to do is just buy crypto, transfer it to your broker, or when you withdraw, just get your Bitcoin address, and then it'll go straight into my bank account that way. So I use Cash App. That way I don't have to like do a bunch of extra transfers. It'll get transferred straight to my bank account. But Coinbase works too. I don't know why, but when you say we hit TPY, I don't see blue at all. Probably spread. It's probably your spread. That's most likely what it is. Because depending on your broker and depending if you're using like a funded account or not, like currency pair spreads can be like as small as like 5 pips to like 30 pips. Some currency pairs I've seen, depending on the broker, I've seen to be a little bit bigger than that, but like on average, the spread depending on the currency pair and the time, because it changes all the time. It'll be between like 5 to like 30, 40 pip spreads. So if you don't see no blue, it's most likely the spread. Because as soon as you enter, there's only a few brokers that you'll enter like exactly where price is at. Most of the time, depending on the pair, you're gonna be like 5 to like 50 pips away from the initial price was at when you enter the trade. That's usually how it goes down. So price is still pushing up. Like I said, if it breaks this level and starts treating as support, we might look for a buy setup. Or I might just watch and wait. Because you know, you don't have to like always jump into a pair. Sometimes I like to just, even if I think it's going to go a certain way, sometimes I would just like to step back and just observe and then wait for a position that is like a lot cleaner looking and higher chance Because right now it can go either way. Like it can break that level and easily drop back down at the same time too. Where it's currently at. I'm talking about gold right now, but yeah. Let me see what GJ is up to. All right, GJ's retracing for us. Barely missed the ideal entry, but still did a decent retracement for us. Yeah, so you don't see blues either because when it hit the first TP, it did what usually happens. If you look at the disclaimer, or most likely the spread, or both, to be honest. Could be both. Yeah, probably that too. Probably that too, because that does happen. Because again, well, I try to post these trades as soon as possible. That's also why I do these live trading sessions, so y'all can kind of get in with me. But I don't know if there's a delay on the YouTube side. It could be a delay on the YouTube side, and then also when you enter, prices still moving at the same time, and then spread. So all that stuff put together could be why you don't see it. So all you have to do is just go on your whether you're on your phone or your computer, it'll show you where your entries at. So just look at where your entries at, and then compare that to where price is currently at, and the TPs and stuff, and then things will start to kind of click for you, and kind of start to make a little bit more sense of what's going down. Yeah, that thing did a touch and go. I see this thing dropping. This is another example. Like the ideal entry would have been like right here, but it literally dropped. So it's like some trades, if I post them, by the time I post them, like it's already gonna start to move. Will be a little bit too late. So that's just trading in general. That's one of the downsides. And it also depends on the pair. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes the move will happen quick. Sometimes, it'll hit a couple TVs retraced, or sometimes, when we enter a trade, it'll range for a little bit before TPs get hit. We see that happen a lot. You know, that happened with like oil yesterday. That happened with what was another trade? I think that happened with EN yesterday as well, if I'm not mistaken. I know that happened with GN with me and the members because we entered GN on yesterday's live as well. But EN was dumping and dropping down. But then when we were in GN, because we entered both of them at the same time, me and the members, that is, GN was not moving as smooth as EN at the beginning. In fact, it was retracing, retesting. But then later on in the day, that's when we started hitting TPs and started to smoothly drop down. So it just depends on the pair and stuff like that. But yeah, so we're gonna leave gold alone for now. That's what that's looking like. So let's go back to these Canadian pairs. Yeah, so we'll just keep an eye on this stuff. Yeah, I like GC as well. Kind of similar to what happened with EuroCAD, except that level was right here. Rejected this level, also rejected this daily level. Started pushing down. Now it's underneath this resistance level here. It's doing a retest right now. So if it rejects this level, we could possibly see it continue to drop to the downside. Had a nice drop yesterday, doing a slight retracement. You see on the 4 hour, the wicks to this level. So it's been treating as resistance. Got about an hour and a half left on this 4 hour candlestick. So I want to see if it will treat this level as a resistance, and we can possibly look for another sell setup here. Because as you can see, it's been literally chilling at this level and retesting this level for the past few hours. We do got this imbalance here that could affect the price dropping down. And right at the middle of this imbalance, we do see this support resistance level right here. So that is something we do have to account for if we do enter this trade. But price is bearish as of now for most, if not all, the Canadian pairs. This could be a decent stop loss. If you want to be on the safe side, we can put it right here. So I might write this up too. So I like this as well. Not in this trade, only in GA right now. Hit the first TP and then reject and retrace back up. But that's what usually happens when first TPs get hit. Then looking to the left, we do have some levels of traffic, so it might struggle a little bit, especially during the beginning of the day, to break through those levels of traffic because GA is extremely choppy as of right now. But that's just how price has been this month in general, but especially like the past couple weeks. That's just how it's been. And sometimes that happens. Sometimes we have like smooth drops like this. And other times we just have choppiness like we see here and here. Or even when it's dropping down, we might see some choppiness like this, you know. We actually were in a couple trades like that before where TPs were still getting hit, but it was still like extremely choppy to work with. And I think one of those trades was like an EJ trade we took like a week or two ago. I think it was this one. Yeah, it was this one. So if you look right here, we entered this trade here, hit a few TPs retraced, and TPs were getting hit. But if you can't tell by these wicks, it was a very choppy rise to the upside. Very choppy. That's what all these wicks were. And if we go to 5 minute, here we are. Then we go into 5 minute, you'll be able to see it a lot more clearly. Exactly how choppy it is, especially when you zoom in on it. Like you see how choppy it is, but slowly but surely they continue to push up. So we do have stuff like that happen sometimes as well. So yeah, it's still treated as a resistance, but we're gonna just leave it alone, just watch it for now. We're just gonna watch it for now. NJ's about to break this level. I was going to say, I could have sworn I marked this off already. Yeah, so it's on this daily level, so we're going to wait and see if it can break below that level. And if it can, then we could possibly look for a sell on that. Let's put this back on the daily. Yeah, but it's the last day of the week. And like always, we're just going to be patiently waiting for these setups and no rush to really enter any trades. EJ, missed the entry on EJ as well last night. I think it happened a little bit before I got on the charts last night. So we're just going to wait constantly to NJ for it to break below this level and then possibly look for a sell setup there if it continues to want to push down. That is, we're not going to just go for a sell immediately. We start to wait for confirmations and see how price reacts to this level. If I like what I see, we can potentially go for a sell. So gold's rejecting back down. So we got about a couple minutes left on this 15. I'm looking at some other charts as well. But it's been very choppy for sure. But even with the choppiness So we've still been able to get some good setups in. So we're just going to be just patiently waiting. Let's go back to these indexes. Yeah, the index is kind of doing the same thing. GJ retesting as well. Yeah, so I want to see what this next 15 looks like. I'm going to look for a possible sell here as well. Our new 15 just started. I'm going to look for a sell here or here. This price is still bearish. This would be a perfect position for a sell. So we're going to wait and see what these next couple candlesticks look like on AM. The new 15 did just start. So let's go ahead and look at these other pairs really quick. Yeah, gold's still trying to push up. Yeah, so we might be seeing some trend reversals. We won't know for sure until, depending on how extreme the news, how extreme the news affects the markets. All right, so we got this retracing up. So we're gonna let that do what it's gonna do. See what these next couple 5 minutes look like. Want to keep an eye on that. What else was we looking at? Let's look at the Canadian pairs. Yeah, so these are slowly ranging, slowly still trying to drop down low. GC broke below its level though. It's got a small wall right here though. But I do like GC. So I'm gonna write this up. Did not enter this yet, but I do like how this looks. GBPJPY reattempting to drop down as well. Yeah, I like GCAD. Looks like it's trying to drop down. Let me go ahead and write this up. Eight cap. What you mean by that? I feel like I know what you're talking about, but I might be brain farting right now. What you mean by that? Looking for Chris? I'm not entering this right now. It's just a trade idea. Only in one trade currently. I'm gonna write this up too, just in case. Yeah, so GA is reattempting to push down to the downside. GA is still trying to drop. Kind of like how GJ is looking. All right, cool. Yeah, but we're gonna let these do their thing. I might adjust my markups, add some more, Because it looks like we could possibly see a trend reversal, especially if it breaks these levels right here, going to the upside. Well, that's what that's looking like right there. So let's look at see what these other pairs are up to. See if we're missing anything. Okay. Might have just clicked on here at the right time. This could be a potential buy setup here on UJ, because UJ is extremely bullish, as you can just see if you look on the bigger time frames. So let me mark this off as well. Yeah, so there's a few setups we see right here. Can be extremely against. I do a tight stop loss though. Oh, that's why my stuff was. I was like, that don't look right. Okay, that makes a lot more sense. All right, cool. So we got GA right back at entry. Still watching gold. GJ doing his thing. Oil's pushing up. We got CJ pushing up. Waiting to see what UJ is going to do. NJ rejecting that level. Yeah, so these are the pairs we're really going to be paying attention to. And these Canadian pairs right here. Oh, okay, that's the broker. I do see that you're talking about 3 pip spread. Yeah, and especially like it depends on the trades. Because some trades the TPs are gonna be 5 pip differences. Sometimes it'll be 10, sometimes it's gonna be 15. And then of course, like we're talking about like metals and indexes, of course they can be a couple hundred or a few hundred to a few thousand pips. Spreads and both TP wise. So yeah, that's most likely why. EU's looking like EU's looking good since yesterday. Popped to buy on EU and didn't regret it. Yeah, yeah, that's why I've been leaving the USD pairs alone because I've been noticing that gold and the indexes have kind of been struggling, and kind of just like with the Canadian pair, I saw some slight trend reversals. They have been pushing up. Looking at it right here, it still is technically bearish, but if it breaks back above this level, especially breaking these highs right here and this daily level, then we could possibly look for buys. But looking at the bigger time frame, still slightly bearish still, but we can, like I said, we can potentially see some reversals happen. But if you went for a buy, you definitely are blue because the past few hours it's been doing nothing but pushing up. Yeah, but we're just chilling right now. Got a new 5 minute about to start in about a minute. But yeah, we got a few trade ideas. Just patiently waiting for the confirmations and price to come to us. Only in one trade right now. And yeah, we're just gonna be chilling and patiently waiting. The swing trading oil too, because it's looking good. Yeah, I'm still in oil as well. Got wicked out, re-entered, and yeah, going to see if it's going to do the full move. Because sometimes oil will do the full move in one day, but like when it's choppy, it might take a little while. That's why sometimes I just decide to leave it alone. But when it's ready to do its move, you can definitely catch a good amount of pips and make a decent amount of money on this pair for sure. That's why I like to trade it, because you can definitely make some money off this trade. Off this pair. Well, while we chilling, ain't nothing really going on. While we chilling, because again, we're not really about to enter anything else right now. We're just in this trade right now. You buying oil? No, cursor. We entered oil yesterday. So speaking of which, this is how we did yesterday. And besides this one, we entered all these trades live. This one was a trade me and the members were holding from the day before. But CJ TV6 got hit. We caught 54 pips. Euro New Zealand, we entered that trade live, as well as GN and oil. We entered all three of these trades live. We caught 57 pips on Euro New Zealand. GN TP6 got hit. We caught 58 pips. Then oil TP7 got hit. We caught 80 pips. Total of 249 pips. 112 of those were strictly with the members in Advanced Play Signal Room. Interested in joining that is currently on sale. I believe it's the second and third link in the description. But we went 3-0 for the day. We're currently 11-0 for the week. We haven't lost a trade yet. But nah, so if you scroll up here, you see the entry, you see the time we posted the trade, you see how people viewed it, you see the reactions. But oil, this was the entry for oil. Where was it? 77.75. So no, I would not enter that right now because it's currently at 78.13. So no, I would not enter oil right now. This was a trade I called yesterday. So yeah, I wouldn't recommend entering right now. GA attempting to push back farther down. Gold broke above this level, so we're gonna get rid of this for now. We might switch over to this. Again, it did just break above. It can reverse back down, so I might not enter right now. But I still like to put my trade ideas out. I might just watch and see what happens. But I wouldn't be too shocked if the price at least comes to this level here. Would not be too shocked. Got GJ pushing back up. And J probably rejecting further up as well. Those just joining, this is your first time on the stream, welcome. Make sure to hit that sub button. All right, I do got a trade breakdown dropping today. Got a trade breakdown dropping later today. I just got to record one more part because I'm kind of a perfectionist. Like, I don't like really dropping stuff unless it's like meets my standards. So I got one more one more part to the video. I got to re-record and re-edit. But I do got a trade breakdown dropping later today. So make sure to subscribe because we don't just live trade every day, but we post weekly content as well. Just click that profile with the blue logo on it. You're going to see all the different types of content we have on here. We got trade breakdowns, trading tip videos, trading plan videos, trading strategy videos, psychology videos. We got everything on here. So make sure to hit that sub button and hit that bell as well. That way you're notified when we do enter trades. I mean, not enter trades, when we do go live to look to enter trades. But click that first link in the description, join the free Telegram, so you're notified as soon as I do enter a trade. Because every trade I post are trades I do personally enter. So whether they go our way or not, I'm in those trades with y'all as well. But of course, if you don't see what I see on the charts, you don't have to enter those trades at all. What am I trying to look at? So we got these chilling right here. This just retraced and retested. Like I always said, price is always going to retrace. And if it doesn't retrace, just wait to meet price at the next possible entry point. Sure enough, 30 minutes later, what do we see? Price retraced right back to the entry I was looking at. So we're going to see what this next 15 looks like. GA, couple pips away from TP2. Definitely trying. We're going to see what this next 15 looks like. But definitely trying to break farther to the downside. Just struggling to graphic, but it's definitely trying to continue to push to the downside. That's for sure. Yeah, Cash App's quick. Yeah, exactly. E's looking good. Swing trading oil, buying oil. Yeah, if it wasn't in oil since if he wasn't in oil since yesterday, don't enter now because it's been ranging around the same level, and you'll red and blue. Yeah, exactly. Especially enter right now because again, like our entry is a good 50 plus pips away from where under where price is currently at. So if it does retrace back to entry or a little bit back to the daily level, which is below our entry, you'll be in a lot more drawdown than you need to, and the risk to reward won't be the same for you as well. Psychology won't be able to handle this. Yeah, psychology is definitely the hardest part. Of course, figuring out a strategy can be difficult too, but the hardest part is definitely the mental game because it doesn't matter how good your strategy is if you don't have your trading psychology down as best as you can or where it needs to be, you're definitely going to struggle. But that just takes time and repetition and confidence, honestly. Yeah, this looks like it's about to try to climb to the upside. He's already been pushing since off this low right here. Let me see something. I'm gonna mark this off though. Yeah, it's definitely trying. Oil's pushing up as well. Yeah, you just struggling to break through this wall right here. And this one's been kind of a rangy one too. I mean, most of these pairs have just been rangy this month, well, last month. Price is bullish, so this is looking like a valid buy as well. It's just probably will end up sneaking up and hitting TPs later. Looks like it's gonna be one of those pairs where it's been chilling at the same price for like an hour. Then as soon as you look away from it, that thing runs off. Looks like it's gonna do one of those. Looks like it's out. It's close to exploding, either continuing to the upside or rejecting to the downside for a possible retest. That's what UJ is looking like. GJ is still chilling right here. It's still underneath this level though. I'm gonna see who's gonna try to break back above it, but I can see price dropping down at least to this daily level. Because looking at the structure is bullish, but after this huge rejection wick, price is kind of making new lows and dropping down. So I can at least see on a minimum price coming down to around 162.75. If not, after that, continuing the uptrend. Because as you can see, it didn't really do much yesterday either. It's kind of just been chilling at this level since yesterday. We can see a slight wick here, so it's still rejecting this level. Definitely still treating the level as a resistance. So yeah, like I said, I could possibly see it minimum drop down to right there. And we kind of see price trying to do that in real time. GA's pips away from TP2. back to his Canadian pairs. Yeah, so I like GC and I like EuroCAD. These are trying to drop back down. We got a new 5-minute about to start in about 30 seconds. Yeah, I like GC and EC. Still gonna wait though on those. Yeah, this thing's been struggling. But yeah, I do think next week's gonna be a lot cleaner. But we do have a lot of levels of traffic being made this week and last month in general that we are going to have to deal with this month. But like always, we're just going to take it day by day because even on slow days, there's still opportunities. But we only got one major news going on today. That's at 10 a.m. EST. That's the ISM services, the PMI for the USD pair. And then next week's looking like a pretty normal week. Of course, it's the beginning of a new month, end of a new month. So, we're going to have, of course, on Friday, we're going to have non-farm employment change, our average hourly earnings, unemployment rate, normal stuff that we have at the new month and end of a month. So we're going to have that on Friday, of course. Then Monday, right before London, we got CPI for the CHF pairs. Then later on during Tokyo session, we got some Australian news. Then Tuesday, 10 o'clock, we got a Fed speaking. Then right before market closes, which is interesting. So when market reopens, we might see something interesting with Australian pairs. But we got a governor speaking. Then Wednesday, we got farm employment change, rate statement. So yeah, just gonna be a regular beginning of a new month, end of a new month next week. But pretty normal trading day. So it's gonna be I think next week's gonna be a good week as well. I want to see some more smooth moves happening, but of course, these are values in currencies. So, price sometimes does have to chill at a set price every now and then. It can't constantly be moving and changing. So it does make sense why price is doing what it's doing. We got this back. So this is still chilling on this 4-hour level. Yeah, but we're just gonna be chilling right here. New 5-minute did just start. Oil did a little push yesterday and retraced back. That push created a new high, and oil now will try to break it. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what happened. That's why I re-entered and decided to hold. It did a few pumps last night as well, but oil is one of those pairs that will range a little bit every now and then. Like we see it right here too. Like that's what oil does. Like it'll range for a little bit, then do a move. And then like I like to chill at certain prices for a little bit. Which makes sense because it is oil. Imagine if oil was constantly changing $20+ every day, every other day. Kind of be crazy. So it kind of makes sense. Let's see what these other pairs are up to. Yeah, so we're gonna wait for this next 15. Yeah, exactly. That's usually how it goes. Once it breaks through this level of traffic, because we got a couple other levels of traffic here. But once it breaks through this, like if it continues to pump up, if it breaks through this 4-hour level, we can definitely catch a crazy amount of pips. So I want to see if that will happen today. I wonder how the news is going to affect the markets today. That's another thing. Yeah, but we're just chilling right now. Got a few possible sells we could jump in on this next 15. Could do like GC. Make sure to follow me though, y'all, on Instagram and TikTok. Instagram, you see at the bottom of your screen, Playmaker underscore way. TikTok's Playmaker way. Same spelling as the YouTube. TikTok's been playing games with your boy. But I'm unbanned. I can't really post how I want to right now. I'll be back next week. But I do post daily on both that and Instagram. And if you want to contact me directly, hit me up on Instagram, DM me. I respond to all DMs same day. Catch me at a good time. Might respond in 5 minutes to an hour, but I always respond, within the day for sure. So, got any questions about Telegram channel, Fans Play Sitting Room, one-on-one sessions, the course, whatever the case may be, or you just want to see how my day is going, you hit me up. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, make sure to follow me on both of those. All right, when I get to 1,000 followers on TikTok, which I'm almost there, I plan on going live there as well. Those will probably be like Asian session lives because London session is going to be strictly YouTube, and then New York session. Let me set an alarm because I might go live with y'all with the members today. What time is that? Set an alarm for. I didn't mean to ask you that, sir. Set an alarm for 9. Don't rush me. Set an alarm for 9:50 a.m. for meeting. Siri in a rush this morning. Usually Siri let me say what I gotta say. Siri in a rush to set the alarm. Now I gotta fix it. Yeah, but I'm gonna go live with y'all. I'm gonna set this alarm. I'm actually gonna make it radar. Go live with students. Yeah, so we're gonna see. Like I mentioned, I think yesterday or 2 days ago, I'm gonna start going back live with y'all during New York session with this high impact news. So I'm gonna be going live today. Because again, earlier this weekend, past couple weeks, there have been some moves during New York session, but they just happened too quick. But if y'all live with me, we could possibly jump into some of those moves. A couple of those moves were some NAS, US30 SPX shorts, some gold shorts as well. But of course, I go over all that stuff on the price watch list that I drop before New York session every day for the members. But yeah, we're gonna go live today, see how this moves affects the markets. Gonna see what we see. Um, but yeah, we're just chilling right now. We're gonna let this do its thing. See who's gonna hit those other TPs because definitely is trying. Let's see what else. Yeah, but only other ones I see right now that I kind of like is EuroCAD, GBPJPY, gold retesting that level. I'm gonna see what gold's talking about. Got a couple minutes to the next 15. So we're gonna wait for this next 15 right here. TP2. My bad, I'm typing some stuff up, so give me 1 second, y'all. There we go. Yeah, so we're just gonna be waiting for this next 15 to see what these Canadian pairs are looking like. Because I like these right here. Not this. Whoops. This one. This would be a perfect spot for the new lower low to be made. But I want to see if it can close below this level right here. Yeah, so close below this level. Got a new 15 by the start. I think goal is in the middle of creating a new setup on daily, continue the trend, which is bullish. Yeah, exactly. That's what I think as well. Yeah, that's what I think as well. Yes, I like GC. I like EC. I like EC. Yeah, so I think I'm gonna enter these, and then I'm just gonna chill and watch gold. Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do. Make sure to hit that like button, y'all. I know it's pretty slow compared to yesterday and Wednesday, but hey, that's just how trading goes sometimes. You know what I'm saying? That's just how trading goes sometimes. It's definitely a patience game. There's a few components that goes with trading, but it's definitely patience is definitely one of them. Give me 1 second. There we go. Yeah, so we're in EuroCAD as well. So we're gonna jump into this. So we're gonna let this do its thing. So we're gonna let GA do its thing. It's definitely trying. So like, if we can break through that level of traffic, that thing can explode in our favor. Oil's still kind of struggling and arranging, but I think it's gonna do this until the news comes out. That's where I see coming. Ooh, CJ though. We just ripped through some more TPs, 145.60. Did we just hit the final TP on CJ? Let me see. Yeah, we did. I'm gonna go ahead and let the members know. All right, cool. Yeah, me and the members just hit all TPs there. All right, that's nice. I curiosity to see what UJ's up to. Yo, so I did try to sneak up, but just retested right back at the entry. So this might be giving us another chance to enter that trade. GJ looks like it's trying to drop down as well. It looks like a gold. Yeah, gold looks like it's trying to push up to the upside. Yeah, so there's a few possible setups. Yeah, gold looks like it's about to try to push to the upside. It's kind of really exploded up since market open too. It's kind of crazy. That thing is already up like 1,000 pips since Asian session. Yeah, so we're gonna let these do their thing. I'm gonna watch gold still, and I'll watch the indexes still. Yeah, but oil is definitely in range. I think it just exploded up and then dropped all the way back down. So it's definitely struggling to break through this level. But once it breaks out, that thing's gonna rip, whether it's to the downside or upside. That's for sure. Oh yeah, let me let them know we hit the middle of the zone too. All right, cool. All right, cool. All right, let me catch up to the comments. Yeah. But like always, we're gonna hope the SRTV gets hit because just like yesterday, GN was fighting back a little bit, but guess what? We held. And then what happened? That thing ripped back to the downside. So yeah, we're just gonna be chilling on this. Still early, just the first hour of London session. And of course we got all day, literally all day for price to do what it needs to do. But yeah, we could possibly might be seeing some gold buys. JPY pairs are still kind of ranging, but I'm kind of leaning towards them retracing a little bit. Bigger time frames, they are still kind of bullish, but we can probably see some retracements. I'm not going to really say that the trend's reversing yet, but we can definitely see possible shorts to the downside. But as we can see, prices lately just been ranging. It's been at the same spot since yesterday. So just gonna let that do its thing because I don't really like entering ranging markets. So we're just gonna let that do its thing. But yeah, I can see gold pushing up to the upside. It's definitely trying to push right here. About to see what's about to break this high right here. And it is at 145, like I was saying. It's about to hit 146, so but I might just leave it alone and watch it for now. Like I said, I got a video dropping later today. I don't know exactly what time, but it's dropping today. Yeah, that thing just broke 145. So yeah, that thing could probably hit at least the middle of the zone, which would be 153, which wouldn't be too bad. But yeah, video dropping later today. Make sure to follow Instagram and TikTok. Like this video, subscribe. Doing a giveaway at 500 subs. We're about like 20 people, 25 people away. And I'm going to see y'all next week, same time, Monday through Friday. London session 3 a.m. EST.